this is a funny one to talk about, but sex, habit. I know that sounds silly, and it's just like, well, duh, but habit. It's funny to me that people don't devote time to this thing that we consider one of the greatest things in our lives. I mean, it's a massively pleasurable deal. But from a health standpoint, from almost everything standpoint, everything gets better. It's good for your heart. It's good for your brain. It's good for your body. Like think of how like when you've been pent up, when you haven't, for a while, how much you just do not think clearly. And I'm amazed at how many relationships don't commit time to growing this thing. To devote a day to this thing. Just commit one day. Commit one day per week that it's always going to happen. It doesn't matter if you're in a fight. Doesn't matter if you're not getting along. Doesn't matter if you're not in the mood. Doesn't matter if you're going to do it that day, no matter what. You're going to do it that day because the anticipation of that thing will be fun anyway. Okay, then you can break through the fight. Then you can do all of these other things. It's just like if you think of everything that happens when you're going through this sex thing, I'm amazed at. Okay, so let's take an orgasm. We know that the difference between, and you know as well as I do, is that the difference between sex and masturbation is like the difference between lightning and a lightning bug. So it can't just come down to just jerking off, or for girls or for guys. So it has to come down to like this sharing sex thing. There's something different about it. Don't ask me what it is, but you know as well as I do that there's something different about it. And plus, it's a great time to practice focus anyway. It's a great time to practice being present. Okay, when you start getting the questioning, oh, am I doing this right? Oh, are they looking at like this part of my body that I don't like about me, or this? That's a time when you're not focused. You're not focused in the present, and it's time to get back to the party. Okay, so use this as a time to grow your ability to be present and in the moment. And I highly encourage you, just pick one. Like, there's some things that you can do. I don't want to get into all of them, but pick one day per week with your partner that you're always going to do it that way. I don't care how tired, you're committed to doing it that day at that time. It can be at night, or it can be in the morning, whatever. But you're always going to do it. You're always going to do it. Like one day per week, every Sunday or every Friday or every Monday, no matter how tired or whether whatever happens, you're going to do it that day, because there's so many health benefits that come to this thing. Your mind is going to be better off. Your focus is going to be better. You're not going to have all this pent up, and you're going to be able to put all of your energy out here instead of like wondering why you're not having sex. I encourage you. I know that I'm talking on and on and on about this, but have sex. Like, just do it. It doesn't have to be one of these silly taboo topics. Commit a day to this. Devote some time to this, to growing your ability to have better sex with your partner, so that you can put this focus thing where it needs to be. Because remember, this focus thing is not a sometimes thing. It's an all the time thing. You're always focused, whether you're focused on the distraction, the thing that you're calling a distraction, or you're focused on the present priority. And the present priority in this scenario is a sharing. It's a give and a take. It's a pleasing and a being pleased. It's there's this almost you can make it like a spiritual connection that can happen here, but it's not the same as masturbation. Masturbation and sex are not alike at all, and you know it. And one of them doesn't help the focus thing, and the other one definitely does help the focus thing. So I encourage you, spend some time devoted to sex this week and make some commitments along the way, and get to an agreement with your partner so that you can take advantage of this thing that is just one of our greatest pleasures in our life, and nobody wants to acknowledge that it is, but it's one of our greatest pleasures. So you need to devote some time to this. Commit yourself to at least one day per week, and your mind will work that much better.